Welcome to Got Data, a micro-learning video on analyzing student data. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the tools that we have at our disposal that can benefit you as a facilitator to improve your lesson as well as student learning. The overarching objective of this lesson is to infer how analysis of student data can increase achievement. Now, you might be thinking that's pretty broad. So let's narrow that down to a target. Our learning target is to understand the importance of using student data by identifying multiple tools to be used during the planning process to improve student learning. A good lesson starts with the planning process. A good lesson doesn't just teach students what they need to know or do, but it starts with understanding of where their gaps are in the learning that you're about to give them. The analysis of student data can help the facilitator identify gaps or weaknesses in the student's learning and really help you hone in on what it is that students need to know so that they can improve. It helps to ask the why behind the trends. Why did students miss this question? Why did students respond this way on my surveys? And it's an ongoing cycle of improvement. It just doesn't happen the first time you develop your lesson, but it's ongoing. At the end of the lesson, jot down some notes on how things went. What did students understand well? What did they not? That way in 3 months, as you prep for the next lesson, you can review those notes and help you tweak the lesson for those upcoming students. There are numerous different tools that we can use to analyze student data in preparation for our lesson plans, or POIs. One of those is Training and Development's 5 levels of evaluation. Now, this is an end-of-course evaluation that takes place from immediately after the course through 45 days after the course. Level 1 is the reaction to training. This is measured using your end-of-course survey and is given to students immediately after the course is finished. This survey contains a wealth of information from qualitative to quantitative data that can really help you identify the gaps in your training. If your course happens to be blended or online, we input module surveys at the end of every module for students to rate out how they've enjoyed the content within that module. Going through these at the end of each module gives you a great pulse of how students are interacting with your course as it's going on. If you test in Blackboard, then you can run an item analysis immediately after the test is finished. This report will give you information such as the highest missed questions, what answer choice we're getting it correct, which answer choice is the most missed wrong answer, and whether it's your top performing students that are getting it right or wrong. All this information can help you identify the gaps that students have and what you can do to improve their learning. The course performance report is another one of those reports that goes into the granular details of how students are doing with your content. This report measures out every objective within the course and how students performed on it, from forums to questions, tests, and activities. Outside of Blackboard, you can use things like help tickets to track the effectiveness of your training. If you're seeing increases or decreases in help tickets, then run an analysis to figure out why that's occurring. Could this be because training is encouraging students to reach out and find more information? Or is it in fact questions that can be solved through more effective training? Now that we've taken a look at some of the many tools you have at your disposal for analyzing student data, I encourage you to reach out to the Training and Development Department to aid you in finding those reports so that you can begin the planning process to improve student learning. Until next time.